Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to the weekly update for Monday, January 16, 2017. And I am back in the man cave. After, I don't know exactly how long, but longer than planned, finally was able to find enough time to get my wife and kid to be able to leave so I can fumigate this place and put in traps to take care of my little ant issue, and succeeded. So here I am, and I have to say it's been nice just sitting here being able to work and not have ants crawling all over me. One of the issues I had was they were always scattered and I could never find where the source of entry was. So when I fumigated this place in the aftermath, I did find hundreds of them, a group where they were coming in, so I was able to get that. But there were some other casualties too. There were several spiders that I had to vacuum up, and some beetles, like flying beetle things. And so I guess I didn't realize when I was making these videos I had such a large audience, and that's fine as long as they don't crawl on me. So I had to take intrusive action to eliminate the situation, and apologize to any insects lovers out there. But you know, when you have a unfinished basement that's been around 47 years or so, it's bound to happen. But on to last week's recap. I did add the Freelab Beta VPN for Macintosh, or for Mac devices. One of the viewers wanted to access the lab on a Mac, and I've never tried that, so I went ahead and added that, and they were able to get in. And so now Mac users can get on there, and I'll probably add one for Linux too coming up here soon. And I added the video with the instructions for the GNS3 for building your own topologies and using the resources, and how to get that installed and running. I also added a INE CCIE version 5 full-scale lab, lab 1 topology, and I'm going to be doing some videos to explain how to do those and cover those. Well, actually, I'm jumping ahead. But as far as gaming, there's nothing that gives me the heebie-jeebies more than when you have a virtual reality headset but experience augmented reality. Because when I picked up my Oculus Rift last week, there were ants crawling around on the inside. So when you put on your headset, you know, everything you see, you want to be 100% virtual reality, not experience moving ants in your eye. Not cool. So I still double and triple check that, but I did get back to some gaming, VR gaming, and still a little cautious putting it on. But there's some games that I had purchased I haven't played yet. I'm going to get around to those, and any that are good, I'll probably do some live streams if I get some time. So coming up this week, one of the users actually suggested to have all the remote desktops have the script editors, which is a good idea, and they actually went ahead and installed one. But what I'm going to do is load one of the presets that I have and then just get those all installed, and then we'll use those through the videos. That way if you want to follow along and do that, or like the other viewer that already is familiar with creating custom scripts and go in there and create your own, feel free to do that. And on the voiptech.info page, I will have information as far as when the lab's going to be down, because I'm going to remove access temporarily when I'm doing the recordings, so that way when I'm going through the stuff and if other people are in there making changes too, we don't bump into each other for that. I'm going to go over some follow through, like I started to mention earlier, with some of the GNS3 miscellaneous things, like if you have a topology or one that you've downloaded from somewhere that you want to use, but you don't have the resources, or you just want to use the remote resources for that, show you how to convert those so you can use those. I'm also going to go through some CCNA blueprint topics and some custom labs for that. This will be like a series, so it's not necessarily just going to be, you know, next week. It's just something that's going to be kind of, I'll create a playlist for that, similar to the call manager and collaboration stuff. And then the Cisco ISR web VPN configuration, this was kind of based on one of the comments. They wanted to know how I set up the remote access, so I figured I could just, you know, make a quick video if anyone's interested exactly how it works. There'll probably be some assumptions, like if you're familiar with CBAC or zone-based firewalls, stateful, stateless, because essentially it's a stateless policy for inbound and stateful for outbound. But instead of getting into all of those, it's going to assume that you have a CCNA level knowledge, and we'll just cover the VPN stuff. But then perhaps more specifics I'll get into as far as the CCNA blueprint topics. Or if you want to know, or if the video doesn't cover it, you can always send me a message and I can respond to you with that. With the gaming, obviously, like I was mentioning, just kind of getting back into it, they're all going to be motion control games. The Oculus Touch, I still have a lot of tracking issues with it. And I don't really want to spend the $80 for a third camera and then get a long USB extension cord. So I'm just gonna, if there's any good touch games that, or there's games where tracking issues isn't an issue, I'll post some gameplay of that. And in regard to the comments, one of the viewers, Alexis, had told me about UCCX prompt script for doing recordings. In one of the previous videos, I was saying that the ways that I was doing it was in Audacity, or you could use the Cisco Uni Connection voicemail embedded Java application. And he had mentioned this UCCX prompt script, which I've been playing around with, and it's pretty cool. So I'll incorporate that into our future videos as well when it comes to custom scripting and prompts, just because it's convenient. And so thank you for telling me about that. I didn't even know anything about that. So also had a request for configuration and integration of CUCM and MediaSense. Now, I wasn't sure on the specifics of it, but for example, when I was first given some demonstration, I had some numbers I had set up to dial to do video. I could show you how to do that. Maybe we can do some call recording, and still waiting for specifics, but I'll try to throw some extra stuff in there. And I already have a video on how to integrate MediaSense with Unity Connection for video, voicemail, and things like that. And again, the request for how to set up remote access, I touched base on that in the previous slide, where I'll show you how to set up a web VPN on a ISR router if you're interested in that. And I think that's all I have for today. And if you're wondering what this video box is that I'm in, this is what I use when I do a lot of live gaming videos. I don't always save them, so most of the time when I do live video streaming for my gaming audience, this is what I use. And since I'm not live streaming this, I thought I would record this video this time so I can play around with it some more, and also in prep for upcoming live streams for the tech tutorials too. So anyway, guys, that's all I have for this week. And again, I appreciate all your support, and thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.